Hello, I'm Chris Solo, and welcome to the Fabled 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and chaos, like today. You're watching the Realms of Ukodor. You can catch us every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here at mixer.com/Fabled42. We are at 87% of our goals, ladies and gentlemen. That is awesome.
Woo!
Awesome. We're almost there. 250 more follows, and we will hit our partner goal. So until then, there's only two ways to support the stream. You can either go on our Patreon, where we have 3 subscription tiers there as well, $5, $10, and $20. Each one gives you 2 inspiration die and 2 healing potions. That size depends on which tier you pick. All you have to do is tag a moderator or myself, and you're actually able to integrate those potions and things into the game. So once I'm aware of it, I will bring it in the game as organically as possible. The second way to support the channel is through Mixer itself. You can check out our Ukodor menu in the About section of our Mixer profile, and you can donate embers for the same thing. Potions, inspiration die, hero points, and some other stuff. So same thing applies. Tag myself or a moderator, and we'll try to bring it in as soon as possible. Big shout out to our longtime sponsors, Griff & Co. They've been sponsoring us since almost the beginning. Anything that's 3D printed that you'll see tonight or anywhere else is from them, so please check them out. And also another big shout out to our friends over at Vorpal Board. We are going to be Vorpal powered and hopefully not have these stupid technical difficulties here soon. But their Kickstarter is still live, so go ahead and get your copy of Vorpal as soon as possible. Another big shout out to all the rest of our sponsors: Master Monk, Tabletop Things, Roll20, 8-Bit Coffee Co., Critical Dice, Plaid Elephant Props, Plus One Crafting, and all music tonight is by Derek and Brandon Fichter, so go ahead and check them out. Once we hit 25 live viewers, I will be giving away Street Fighter V. 50 live viewed, 50.
Man, can I get in that?
Yeah,
I love Street
fuck
Fighter.
it, why not? Anybody can do it. Go for it. Go for it. 50 live viewers, Middle Earth Shadow of War, and our 75 live viewer is Middle Earth 5th Edition, which is that book series. And our mid-show video game giveaway brought to you by Roll20 is actually a random bundle of several games that we have in our little pool of games. So stick around for the mid-show for that. A couple of other few announcements. We do have a new show called Fables of Ukodor, which takes place in the first age of Ukodor, which is dungeon mastered by Jason Russell of Critical Dice. Very excited about that. We also have our Middle Earth campaign that starts the 3rd week of March, which is DM'd by Chris Sizemore, who plays Hickfy on Origins of Ukodor. It's also very exciting. And our podcasts are live, so go ahead and check your favorite podcast platform and go look up Fabled 42, and you will see episode 1 through 12 of the Realms of Ukodor. I will be uploading some more of those podcasts later on this evening after the stream, so stay tuned for that. That's all I have. Lizzie, I believe you have something?
Yes, we are all wearing pink today because on Wednesdays we wear pink unless you're not. That's fine too. But anyway, if you don't have a pink shirt, you could get one through the this great charity. They're raising money right now. So this is raising money for the CFRI retreat. And CFRI stands for Cystic Fibrosis Research Institute. And for those of you who don't know, CF is a genetic disease that is rare, it's progressive. So right now, the median life expectancy for someone with CF is 30. People who are recently diagnosed are sometimes into their mid-40s. I have a dear friend who has cystic fibrosis, and I've gone to this retreat with him for a couple years now, and it's a really fun experience. It's for adults with CF to get together and sort of have like a summer camp experience that they didn't get to have as kids because of like cross-infection risks. So if you want this awesome t-shirt design, they have it on hoodies, they have it on short sleeve t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts. Go check out that link. And if you want to give more money, you can go to CFRI.org. It is given 4 stars by Charity Navigator, has an almost perfect score. Okay, anyway, there you go.
Thank you very much. Please take a look at that link. Show the support. If you're not able to, go ahead and share it with other people to get the word out. I think that's it for my announcements. Yes. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get ready for the next chapter of the Realms of Ukodor.
The Realms of Ukodor.
Ukodor.
could play more board games
and D&D.
But it can be hard to get everyone together in person. If only there was a way for our online friends to join us at the table. Introducing Vorpal Board, the platform that makes it fun and easy to play all of your physical board games
and D&D
online with anyone in the world, using the actual pieces. Simply attach your smartphone to the table using the included mounting arm, set up the card scanning box, and launch the Vorpal Board web application in your browser. Your friends can see the entire game on their tablet, laptop, or PC, along with integrated video and audio chat for everyone who is playing. Using the Vorpal Board smartphone app, the game host can scan cards or tiles for any of the remote players that can then be added to their hand and kept secret. Remote players can zoom in on the board, roll dice, see each other's pointers, trade or play cards, and use counters just as if they were sitting at the table. Need to take a break? The Vorpal Board app will save your game right where you left off, so you can jump back in later. Don't let life or distance get in the way. Play the games
and D&D
you love with your friends anywhere at any time with Vorpal Board. It's your move.
Welcome to the realms of Ukodor.
And welcome back. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Hopefully we can ride through this, but as we settle into this tonight's episode, last we left, the Lightbringers had found themselves into a rather large hoard of gold. Excited, interested, cautious, the party started to investigate the abundance of coin, treasure, trinkets, and items within this vault. Varus and Sindri had left because they were going to go communicate with Sodore, and said whenever you were done gathering whatever you wanted to gather, to meet them up top to head back to the city. Upon investigating the coin and all these things, the party found several very nice, almost tailored items to their current presence. Jadobi, with the help of Cerise, found a item, a pillar that had the same star shape, where he went ahead, and I think Torque was actually the one that put the item in there. You watch as the pillar submerged into the floor. The entire room started to shake. The doorway in front of you opened up, but the entire room started to shake and shake. And you kind of feel that weightlessness of kind of floating in water and rising in the water. Tallulah and Jadobi and Torque, I think, saw the giant pile of gold kind of just fall, almost like there was a hole in the ground. After a few minutes of it rising in the water, Tallulah and Jadobi dove into the coin to try to find what was in there, if it was a trap door or something, to no avail. Eventually they walked out and they bumped into, and everyone kind of saw this being just kind of appear. A female elf with gold hair and gold eyes. I believe she had a white gown with some gold trim on it, standing there speaking to them. Introducing herself as Ariel Nizri, explaining that she was an ancient creature, that they have helped kind of release her, exchanging information, gathering some new details, and insisted on her to walk you through the entire castle that you were currently in. As this entire space, this vault and now castle, continued to rise in the water, she continued to walk through all the different rooms in this building. The main hall with another transportation sigil kind of centered on the space, which Cerise was able to put to memory. A ballroom, a mead hall, several other rooms throughout this space, and the library. Taking you through this hall of gates towards the courtyard, you notice that there were 4 doorways that looked to lead to the 4 elemental planes, and a very large tree, very similar to the tree that you all walked through in the Fey Ward. Upon arriving in the garden, surrounded by statues of Izir and some of the other gods, she continued to answer questions and gain a little bit more information. Cerise, I believe, was the one who spilled the beans about Granasso. And at that moment, you watch her demeanor completely change and shift. After obtaining the information that Granasso was still alive, that she was also part of the Serium order, the same ancient order of people who would try to fight evil, who have fought Granasso in the past, who you all kind of embodied some time ago, as well as Victor and so on. She immediately bid her farewell, jumped off of the balcony, and in a flash of radiant energy emerged an ancient golden dragon. Referring to herself as Athora, the protector of life, said that in the time of need that you would call to her, just simply do that, and she will come to your aid if she is able. Flying away in great haste towards the city of Edak to find Granasso. Around that time, Jadobi realized that you were no longer in the water ward. You had emerged through the maelstrom into the Cobalt Sea, and now floating, kind of surrounded by storms and clouds beneath this giant floating island, small kingdom. Decided to frantically gather some more items, continue to scope out the house. You were all drawn to rooms that it seems like this castle was almost bound to you, very similar to some of the items that you possess, that once a new host enters this space, that this magical island castle place starts to shift and modify itself to fit and tailor to the new host. Jadobi found a secret compartment in his grandfather's old room, which gave him some materials and some items. They gathered their things, cautiously stepped through the water ward gate, arriving at the brain fried. I lost it. Arriving at
The gates of Sidore.
in Sidore, right outside of the heightened spire, where they saw Sidri and Varus, who just arrived, who had waited several days for your return, and when you did not return, they took off and went back to the city. You decided to go to the tavern, the Tasty Whale, where Cerise started to talk about the wish spell and was singing a very nice song, and that's where we're going to pick up.
Tasty whale.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure when to bring this up, but I was given a wish spell. Don't worry about from where.
A wish spell.
What do you mean you were given a wish spell?
It's really better if I don't explain where I got it.
I mean, there's only one incident that I could think of, unless you got it in the room.
Anyway, so I want to use this wish spell to save my family, and I'm not sure how to do that exactly yet. But now that I have this planar gate cube, I think I can start making some plans. I don't know.
I mean, that is just a lot to take in. Wow, because like I've already been having a couple of the wine squeezers. so
Wine squeezers, I love it.
I'm just like that's.
It's the new kids wine.
Wow, and you definitely want to be careful of how to word that as well, because
Yeah.
from the thing that I've heard, it can go very, very awry if not worded perfectly to the T.
I just
know.
want to say that Tallulah's probably thinking about the deck, but she didn't say anything out loud. Just so you're
Can you
aware.
make an intelligence save for me, please?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Intelligence or wisdom?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Mm.
I mean, I'm supposed to be
4.
fair. So
4? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
And it's on
If
me.
it was wisdom, we
So-
would have been okay here.
As
She's like across the table from me.
As you were sitting in this space, Tallulah, because you didn't have this surreal experience that Cerise did prior, everything kind of goes gray, and everything seems almost like it's moving in slow motion. You see this radiant glow in Jadobi's bag. You instinctually, almost like you're walking through ethereal, through the table, and reach into Jadobi's bag to pull
Is there
a card.
no way that I
There's
can
nothing.
see this
What is she
before it
doing?
happens?
No!
Can you roll a d20 for me, please?
Okay, guys, we're using our pink sparkly one in honor of
Sit here.
Pink Wednesdays.
Pink Wednesdays.
Yay.
This without anything.
19.
19, okay. So we're going that way and that way. Let's see. Ah!
you just go up one.
Do we see this happen?
Is it the Joker? Did you go up
Don't
two?
say it.
We don't
Don't
see it
say
happen,
it.
Ann.
No, but
Just-
you're all sitting at the table, and all of a sudden you see a card appear in Tallulah's hand. And the card says, The Plague. The deck disappears and becomes the
Ooh.
property of another person you've seen in the last 24 hours. This is the only way to get rid of the deck. So the deck of cards in
Oh.
Jadobi's pocket disappears.
So we don't
Amazing.
Who
have
has it?
Including the card in my hand?
Including the card in your hand.
I mean, well, we've seen a lot of nameless NPCs, and then we've seen a dragon and Sindri and Varus, the king. Nix.
Well, so long to
Oh
that.
my god, it is. That's such a Nyx item.
Well, so long to that bad habit.
Guys, I think the deck is gone.
The deck?
Yeah, no,
Don't
it's
say
definitely
it.
gone. No,
Everyone
it's
does
gone.
not
It's
But
right.
we're all thinking about
No.
it. Wait,
We can say it.
I'm looking in the bag where it was.
Oh.
And yes, it's gone. I don't know what you did, but it's gone now. Not our problem.
Did you draw a card?
I
Just
Yes,
now.
she did.
Well, good riddance.
well, I guess that
Yes. We should
sort of worked
celebrate
out.
that.
I guess.
Yeah. I
I
suppose.
texted more wine squishies.
That's
What are
Yeah,
those
more
lines?
more
I
wine,
missed that.
more wine squishies. Please.
Yes. Bring the wine squishies.
So
All
before we get
Wine
too like
squishies.
messed up, I was thinking So Cerise, we're definitely gonna come back to that once I'm in a better space to help you with that, because that's pretty intense. However, I've been thinking of what you and Tallulah have been talking about forcing people from one place to another, from
Oh.
home to the new home city that's floating. Anywho, and so we can teleport, we can plane shift and all these other things, right? But I was like, well, we don't know how long it's gonna take to do this, to go from point A to point B, and then we only have so much magic and this and that. And so once I got to thinking, I was like, all right, between all of us, between all of our magics, how many transportation spells do we have all together? Am I right, Talk? And I grab his beard, like looking at him in the face. Am I right? I'm totally
What are
right.
you doing?
So you have a very nice beard. It feels really good on my hands.
Jadobi,
So-
how are you getting drunk? I thought you weren't affected by anything anymore.
I'm only lightly tipsy. Don't worry about it. Anywho, so Cerise,
I
has
thought your
the gift-
grandfather stopped you from doing all that.
he stopped me from having the problem. Are we gonna talk about this right now, Tallulah?
Yes, we're gonna talk about it right now.
You've muted yourself.
You totally muted yourself, GW.
Unlike you. Yes, you.
Yes, you.
Unmute.
Did you hit like a space or something?
Right.
I don't know what
the
he
mute
did.
just popped up, and all of a sudden he was like, Nothing else.
Does anybody
I think
know
your grandfather does want you to talk about
like a
this.
muting
No.
spell? Does anybody know that?
Man, I'm telling you. The
How does
ghosts
he
in the
not
machine
know?
do not like us tonight.
No, they don't. We did not make the proper sacrifices to the gods of tech today.
Apparently, Jidobi just passed out.
That's
Mid
funny.
He just
Sentence.
fell over and passed out.
We're talking about his grandpa, and he passed out.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Oh.
Cerise, do you know about the grandpa thing?
It's a great question. Do I know about this? I can't remember if it's come up or if I just got it from like.
I'm sure you've like noticed, but like, so Jidobi carries his grandfather around with him on his wrist.
No, I do know about this. That's right, because I knew who Zelarosian was. This happened. This has been.
So while he bared his son, his grandfather was there to witness all of that.
All of it. He's been there through it all, carrying him with him. Who knows where that wrist has been?
You all hear
Because I
a
don't.
really long, deep sigh.
And he
From
does
the
that
wrist?
a lot.
Yep.
Oh yeah. He does that a lot.
Fascinating.
man.
It's kind of weird. Not sure if I would want to carry, my grandmother or anything with me all the time, but
I
to each their
definitely
own.
wouldn't want to carry my grandmother with me.
Elves are weird, but what do I know?
Jidobi can't hear any of this
grandfathers, too.
because he's passed out. Oh, sorry, what?
Tiefling grandmothers as well. Mine would have incinerated anyone she saw.
Oh, the mute icon went away. Back?
Yeah,
we can hear him
I think
sleeping.
I'm hearing snoring, snowing. What's an accent?
Snoring.
As I was saying, I'm sorry. As I was
So you
saying,
wanted to know how many times I can transport back and forth?
No, I think I already know. So I think Cerise has the gift to teleport twice in one day, right? Right? And then I believe Denahi has the power to shapeshift through her staff. Not shapeshift, plane shift. So silly. So she can plane shift through her staff, and then I can plane shift. How many times can I plane shift? I can plane shift twice a day. Twice a day. So altogether, we have 5 porting abilities.
Well, I
How
don't know if
many
I
times-
can.
You totally
can-
can't. Don't even worry about it.
Last time I tried, I failed.
Well, okay, but we also have the plane gates. And so if we end with
I
How
can
many times
shit.
Misty Step.
Mr. Duck doesn't do anything for us here at all. But thank you for putting that in the pot. It's good to know.
I
Yeah.
can Misty Step people from 30 feet off of the ship.
I think Mystic Steps only allows you alone to teleport. I don't think you can carry another. But I
well,
could
if
be
you're
wrong.
on the ship, who knows what'll happen?
Exactly. So between all of us, we have 5, maybe 4. How many times can you use the cube thingy again? The cube thingy.
It's a little unclear because it has 3 charges to begin with, but it seems like the recharge rate can be kind of variable. Mechanically, I roll a D something at the beginning of the day and see how many charges I get back.
I
Okay,
can
so-
Misty Step twice.
Good to know.
That's
We're gonna
very
need
helpful.
that. That
That's
is most helpful. We're gonna need that. Keep that in the pocket.
2 times.
I
Just
can
like
also
you
Misty
could plane
Step.
shift.
As can I.
You're just like us. You're just as strong with magic. High five.
Who are
No?
you high-fiving?
Who?
Tallulah.
What? Oh,
High
what?
five.
You're being patronized, I think.
Yeah, I think
But
that's
wait,
what's
we're all
happening.
doing it. So, sorry.
So what's to happen, Cerise, my dear? What's to
no,
happen?
I
feeling
can-
patronized.
I can vampire mind move people.
Now that's
Can you?
interesting.
Say more.
Say more.
Yeah, what
Um,
does it
Can
mean?
you?
Just-
Can you do?
Do you remember when I made talk do leave me alone? I moved him.
No. No, I don't.
Oh,
'cause
you
I
mean
wasn't
like
there.
you can like?
I moved him.
I can't say Jedi mind trick. That doesn't make sense in your character.
Can you make the bartender bring me more wine?
Can you make me do
Yes.
something
No.
right now?
You want me to make you do something?
Yes.
He can go grab my wine.
Yes.
Do
Okay.
something that I would never want to do.
Never anything that you would never want to do. Okay.
Stop
Yes.
talking.
So I cast compulsion on Jadobi. I think I can only do this.
I leave like myself like wide open. But
I
I'm
get
still, like, fighting it.
one use every short rest. Okay. So if he's willing, does he have to save for it?
Yep.
I'm not willing to roll.
It's a wisdom save.
All right. Well, he's gonna pass
Oh
it.
shit!
Doesn't
That's roll
matter.
20. No joke.
Yeah.
and I get a 4 on my
So it doesn't
my
work.
resistance.
So it doesn't work. So
Hit me with it. Come on. I'm ready. Still waiting. Was that it?
yes,
I
Jadobi.
feel the power. I don't actually.
So as you try to cast compulsion, maybe the water in your ears, or maybe the alcohol and the water, it just doesn't seem like it clicks.
We'll try again tomorrow. Don't even worry about it. It's fine.
Okay, but anyway,
So-
like I was saying,
Yes.
if we can get the ship,
Mhm.
if we leave the ship
I cast Misty Step on Jadobi. I can't do that. I can't do that.
That's self.
she just really does not want us to plan.
I cast invisibility on Jadobi.
I have no
because-
clue what that happened, so I'm just looking at Cerise.
I cast
what?
invisibility.
Tallulah, what are-
I can do magic too. That's all I'm saying. I think
Nobody's-
you guys forget that a lot. That I'm just big, powerful, meaty, smashy smash girl. I'm more than that.
But I'm.
So Cerise, you're talking to a ghost Jadobi right now. He's invisible.
Well, I'm talking to Tallulah. I assume I saw her cast that. Why did Jadobi? Are you
wrong?
still sitting in the same place?
What are you talking about?
Look at your hand.
What do you mean look at my ah! What happened?
Clever.
You wouldn't let me control your mind, so I control how people do or don't see you.
You can make us invisible?
I
That
can
is
make
so cool.
people invisible twice.
High five! You can't see it. You can't see it, but I say high five. I just hit one of her
Ow.
hands.
Okay.
Well,
Sorry,
as he raises his hand, even though he's invisible, you see a motion of his hand is in water, so you see kind of
That's
you
right.
do. It's not 100%. It's like you're 90% opaque. Like you could still see movement with the water. But yeah,
Do you mean translucent?
Interesting.
whatever. I'm tired.
So, Cerise, you were saying we've been drinking. I'm sorry.
Cerise like looks at Tallulah. She's like, "You gonna let me finish this time?"
I think I'm done. We should talk about Cerise things because we always talk about Jadobi things.
I appreciate that. Okay, but anyway, for the plan, so transporting people. If we leave the ship each morning at the... What's the city called? Does it have a name?
Which city?
Vilari?
floating one?
Vilari. Yeah.
the
It's the
Vilari.
It's the lost city of Vilari.
Yes.
It's the found city of Valari.
You're not wrong. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, if we leave the ship at Vilari, then we can go into any of the planes that we want to. Earth, water, probably Earth. And hang out there, do a full rest, come back, and then we can, like, transport the ships a lot more times than we otherwise would be able to. And we'd have a stable portal.
So okay, let's I like where you're going with this. So right now, the ship is in the Earth Ward. So
Right.
we would have to plane shift it to the material plane, and then you could teleport it. Well, I guess I know where we're
Tidian.
going. So I could take it straight to Tidian, yes. And then we fill it up, and you can teleport us from Tidian to the island of Valari.
Right.
All right, so that's 2 times down. And then you could teleport us again back to Tidian. That's your 2nd time of the day. And then we could get people, and then I could. You can't teleport anymore, but I could plane shift us.
Well,
the
on the
Earth
first day, if I have time to prepare, I can cast teleport into my spell saving thing, so I could get 3 teleports on the first day, and then I mean theoretically we could wait 2 days each time, and then I could get 3 every time. But I don't know if that's worth it. I think probably the first time we just do a back and forth each day that we can.
I'm thinking that maybe we can do 2 trips a day to load and unload, and then I'll take us to the Earth Ward, or maybe the Air Ward, mix it up a little bit, I don't know, and wait there, rest for a day, come back in a couple of seconds on our time, and do it again.
Yeah. And then, so it is true though, as Torque keeps bringing up, we do have to figure out who's going on the ship. We should bring some people, but it's going to be very hard.
Perhaps we let them decide.
Perhaps we take first the women and children and elderly.
But I'm thinking, knowing Tydians as well as I do, I feel like a lot of them are going to be loyal to Tydian, and they're not going to want to leave. So, if we leave it up to just whoever wants to come, it might just end up being the right amount of people. And then we didn't make a decision. We didn't hurt anybody's feelings. They did it themselves,
So
I give a slow look at Torque.
Cerise, well, you know your city better than I do, for sure. That's a lot to gamble on, though. What do we do if more people want to come than we can do, or what if people start fighting about it?
So just so I'm clear on what you're trying to do, you're gonna do a series of things that's gonna take a half a day. Fine, whatever. You're gonna do this. You're gonna get people. Boom, boom, boom. You're trying to occupy the castle and the village with people to stay there for good, or just go there temporarily. Like what?
Temporarily for protection.
Temporarily.
It's like an evacuation. I mean, if people want to stay, I don't think we'd stop them necessarily, but
yeah.
Because you were saying last time that it's like a city that needs to be run. It needs people to take care of it. It needs
Well, if you want to live there and you don't want to have to outsource food and supplies and everything, then yes, you would need a functioning ecosystem, which is villagers, farmers, fishers, and all that. Yeah.
And that's what I was saying about going to Tydian and letting people. If we
could say it's a one-way trip.
The plan right now is an evacuation, and then whoever wanted to stay could stay.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna force anyone to stay on the island, no.
Yeah, so I mean, in theory, this is just me just trying to process it, what you're saying. So in theory, your concern is that the honorable people of Tydian won't want to leave, but there's a good chance that there's a portion of the people in Tydian that will say fuck Tydian and get out of Dodge. So you're hoping that there's a good portion of people that want to leave that could fill and occupy your space and get to safety, right?
Yes.
So you're leaving it in Max's court to facilitate that.
Right.
Okay. Because they do have like if you do remember, like they do have a lot of people that are safe in the place underneath, and there's like overflow. So there's people inside of like the cathedral, and there's people inside of the keep, like in the hallways and stuff. So
right.
There's too many.
That's what I mean. Is the idea is to take the overflow and make sure that there's people who can come out of the crossfire.
Got it.
Potential.
Yes.
I was saying give the people their choice, because coming from a militaristic city, it's you're gonna have people who are gonna be loyal to that city, who are like, I'm not leaving, I'm going down with my ship, sort of people.
Yeah. But the city is also
Is my thought.
is also under new rule now because Max is now in charge.
Right, but
except
I
for-
mean,
yeah.
I understand that, but these people grew up.
Yeah, of course.
That way.
Okay, I understand now. Now I know.
Tallulah, I totally understand where you're coming from. I just definitely want to make it verbally known. I'm sure it may already, but just make it verbally known that this is only an option that we're giving them. They do not have to take it, and it's only temporary evacuation. Unless they want to stay on the island, I don't know. But this is just for safety purposes only. And I understand that some may just want to stay, and that's fine.
Right.
All right. I think that's all I had. I think after we get the gems, the final power stones.
Yes, because I also agree that this is something we'd have to bring to Max, and if King Max is not comfortable with it, then it nullifies the whole entire thing.
You know, you are partly true. However, I've never really been quite friends with Max, so I don't really care either way. However, yes,
But I'm
you're
saying, like,
totally
these
true.
are his new subjects and his, like,
He
kingdom.
doesn't have subjects. No one is the subject of anybody. But okay, I understand.
I would say that differently about you and your grandfather, but we won't go there tonight, maybe.
We won't. And I'll squeeze a wine bag as I stare at Tallulah.
Cerise just like
I
stares
like-
between you two, like, what is
I like
what is
rub
the
my like
beef?
fang onto like my bottom lip, like yeah, I know, it's fine.
Be careful, you don't want to cut your bottom lip, Tallulah. Those are
Mm.
dangerous.
Get a room.
No, she's like my sister. What are you talking about?
I'm absolutely not attracted to Joby in any way. I scream to the big void in the sky.
And about that time,
We all just stare at her like.
about that time, Twick was walking up with like a couple more sacks of ale. You don't have to yell like that, jeez. And he tries like swimming
Sacks of ale?
and tries to grab them and hands them to you.
I can yell if I want.
You can leave
This
your
is, kind,
friends behind.
this is kind of his establishment.
We can do the
So
safety
yell.
dance.
Exactly.
Well, Cerise, yes. As Tallulah pointed out earlier, we often do move a bit fast. So this is a good time to slow down for once and hear more about your family. Your mother and father, you were really worried about your grandmother and your sister. We haven't heard much about. We heard your beautiful song about your parents. Are they still with us?
I don't know. I thought they were dead for a very long time. And I mean, you may not remember, but on the call when we called my sister and grandmother, she said that my parents were there, but she hadn't seen them in a while, so I don't know what that means. But also, my grandmother is there now, so Victor
Well, yeah.
kidnapped more people from the Fae when he invaded. However long ago that
Were
was.
your parents of any great importance socially or?
They were farmers. No, but we all have magic tied to the land. I think we have similar properties as druids or whatever. Which is sort of why I assumed they'd all already been killed.
No, that makes sense because when Victor went back there recently to, I assume, gather more troops, he did something to the land that weakened arrows, as I said before. So maybe your grove or your farm or the land that you do these traditions to bond yourself with the land again, maybe that affects all druidic magic. Or I wonder if my grandfather was from there. I don't know. Good to know.
But yeah, I mean, there
When
is a
was-
curse on the land that
When was-
happened after we were all taken
When was the last time you saw your parents?
90 years ago. When they were kidnapped, it was a festival day, and we'd been having a lot of fun, and then there were just monsters everywhere, and everyone's laughing.
Sorry. That's my
It's
fault.
not fun!
I am not laughing.
So, anyway.
I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe... Because you thought... Interesting. I'm having... Okay. Interesting thoughts. And what was also interesting is that you... Fassina said she couldn't reach your... She couldn't look for your parents or something? Or your family?
You're making the same connection that I did. That she gave you that ring, and she knows that I've been looking for 90 years.
Oh.
And that ring contacted them.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it is a long time.
Perhaps we should reach out to Fassina to see if we can get some clarification for you.
Well, I also do want to... I was sort of leading up to, and then we got distracted. I did want to use your ring so I could call both her and my grandmother and see if I could understand what was happening.
Lindsay, what's the vibe I'm getting off Cerise right now? Because this seems really serious, and she seems a lot less. She seems very fierce right now.
She is very angry. Yeah, she's
out for
pretty
blood.
upset.
All right. Let's slow down for just a moment, and before we make the call, let's just try to calm down. I'm very sorry. I definitely understand what you're feeling right now.
If you are going to make those calls, you should gather exactly what you're going to say so you can be quick.
Exactly.
And then we can help you
focus.
figure out your wish.
Yeah. I think I want to call my grandmother first because I want to understand what the situation is in the Shadow Ward, and I mean, there's a lot of casters there, so something must be interfering with normal magic. Otherwise, people would have just left.
Okay. Well, we should maybe go to one of our rooms so we can have some privacy.
That would be a good idea.
Just pick up all the wine bags and I just
all the
start
wine
piling-
bags.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go. Lead the way.
Okay.
And I'll follow Cerise to her room.
Okay. Are you all going or just you two?
I'm going to.
She gathered all the wine bags, so...
I'm going.
Okay.
Girl,
Yeah.
you're going to need this wine afterwards.
Talk,
Okay.
we're doing a thing. We need you.
What? Okay. Let's go.
Torque grabs his
Emotional
ale bag.
support party.
You all take
Emotional
some time
support
and-
What is this
party.
fucking bag thing where like everything's
Yeah,
in
maybe
bag?
you weren't here.
Because we're underwater.
Oh, he wasn't
So
here.
all of the liquids like wine and everything is in bags that we squeeze into our mouth.
Okay.
They're like Go-Gurts, but with
I love Coker. So yeah, we're all following
Okay.
Cerise to the ladies' room.
So
To there.
you
What is this poker?
That's a way to put it, yes.
Oh god, Kresgar, you got that?
I'm very confused.
So you
What
all
is a
head
poker?
to Cerise's room. You kind of you huddle around Jadobi's ring. You get ready to cast the spell. Let me know.
as we're preparing, I look at Cerise. So we're gonna reach out to your grandmother, okay? And I'm gonna hold my hand out for her to take with
Take
my
his
ringed
hand.
hand.
Okay.
Yep.
And I kind of warmly clutch hers. And we're both gonna focus on her grandmother.
Okay.
Grandma Zelka.
Zelka.
Yes. Zelka.
Okay. So how do you greet Grandma Zelka?
Grandma, are you there? Grandma?
Cerise?
Can you hear me? Oh, thank God. Where are you?
Is that you?
It's me.
Huh. Just for my clarification, because I can't remember, you talked to her before, right?
Yeah. So she was with Kersica when I called her.
Which is your
so she knew that,
right?
which is my sister.
Yeah. Okay. Just for my memory, because I don't want to look it up right
Yes.
now. Got it. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great. Actually, are you still in the Shadow Ward? I think. The black.
I don't know where we are, but they moved us into a different room.
Interesting. Why? Is something interfering with magic there?
We all have these strange collars on.
I see. Okay. So that may mean I can still get in there.
Collars, I'm sorry, hello. Can you please explain what these collars look like?
This is Jadobi. He's a friend.
This is Jadobi. He's really rude and barges in on everybody.
This is Tallulah. She just did the same thing that she just said, ironically.
You have some interesting friends.
They're the new bringers of light.
Okay. The necklace is just some sort of chain, and if I try to touch it, it burns my fingers. And there are these little gems that are around the necklaces as well.
What colors are these gems?
They kind of range in colors, actually. They're not all the same.
Interesting. Have you seen Mama or Papa?
No, I have not.
Is Kersica still with you?
Yes, she is.
Okay. What happened?
I don't know. I don't even know how long we've been gone. We fade in and out of consciousness often.
Okay, can you describe the room you're in right now?
Yes, it's a really large room. There's maybe 50 of us in here. There's no windows in this room. There is a door though, and the door is opening. Cerise, Cerise, I'm very scared. And then the call cuts out.
The call, I love it.
I look at her.
It's okay. It's all right. There could have just been There could have been just interference in magic. It could have just, when the door opened, there could have just been a wave of anti-magic, just like the collars. We don't know. Breathe. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I kind of.
Can't you just take us there?
I'm sorry. What talk?
Can't you just take us there?
I can't.
I don't really think that would be a good idea anyway.
A room of
Putting an axe to these people would make more sense.
Think. A room of anti-magic. Our powers are going in and out when trying to reach and contact them. I've never been there before. Never have I been there before. I don't know where we're going to pop up. Just because I can hear them doesn't mean I can see where they are. It won't work. There's too many fluctuations and possibilities, and this situation is horribly bad.
Maybe you can take someone who has been there.
I have a wish spell. I can probably get us there, but I don't know if that's
I don't
good
know.
That's not what you want to use it on.
No,
Yes.
it isn't.
We want to be as prepared as possible before we walk into.
Can't you just wish them to us?
Not as easy as that, I wish, because that could backfire as well.
I can
No,
wish
I'm
them
sorry.
to.
Okay,
wish
wait.
it.
Wait. I think I'm not understanding what this wish spell is then.
It's I could wish for them to be here. Or let's say I wish they were with us. What could happen from there? I'm not activating it. I don't think it triggers off the first time I say I wish.
Right?
More than the moon, I wish.
I can probably let that one slide because I was actually reading about the wish spell. But yes, if you say the words "I wish," yeah, that would activate it. Just for
Okay,
that.
so the first time I say I wish something.
Yeah, don't say it.
Like if Torque punches you in the face, I'm like, I wish you didn't do that. Like that would be your wish.
Okay.
Even if you don't mean it. So
Even if
you
you
have
don't
to be
mean it.
very, very choosy of your words. So let's be careful.
And just so
Okay,
you
so
all
then-
understand the guidelines of the actual wish spell, there are some
I do.
basic things. You know, you could do an 8th level spell or below. There's a little list of things you could do, and then anything like this, which is dramatic, is up to me and the dice if it is even a possibility. That's what I was reading about. Is if you ask for something that is
Right.
outside of the realm, do you lose the wish, or do you keep the wish and it just doesn't work? That's what I'm trying to sort out right now.
It's all DM. Well, so
Yeah.
I think usually what happens is that I think the wish would be gone, but I think it usually something will happen.
Yeah.
Some vague interpretation of what you said.
Sure. It's like a genie and you ask something that's not quite right. But so just so you're clear, if you do something and it doesn't seem to work to what you want, I'm not going to personally decide. I'm going to roll. Same thing with a lot of the other decisions I make. It's higher than a 10 is a yes, below a 10 is a no. So just so we're aware of the functionality, because this is a very complex, slightly game-breaking thing. So
I'm trying not to break your game.
no, you're not going to. But I'm just saying, like, it's just a very complex thing. So that being said,
I mean,
I see.
so I've been trying to think if there's like a spell, right? That's why I keep thinking about trying to like plane shift them out of there or open a gate or something. Something that's more controlled.
I mean, I don't see why plane shifting wouldn't work unless there was something that was actively working against that particular spell.
Right. That's why I wanted to call and see if there was anti-magic.
Which we know for sure that they are wearing anti-magic.
Right.
Does that mean they wouldn't be able to come through the portal, or?
I don't know. Have I ever heard of anything like this before?
I feel like we've seen these collars before with other characters. Like, a long time ago. Didn't we? There's a couple of, like, slaves that had it.
Can I do a history check, Stella, to see if I remember these
sure.
these necklaces?
Sure.
May I as well?
Me and Denahi are gonna put our hands together. Me and
You muted yourself again.
I don't know how that keeps happening.
It's on. Is it on your headset there, sir? Because your headset keeps getting caught on your necklace.
You gotta try the ones I gave you. Maybe not now.
Yeah, you're muted. I'm gonna roll a history check too because I don't remember.
Oh my god.
Roll an intelligence check to see if you can unmute.
You got a
Dexterity.
22.
22.
22.
Oh my god.
It does sound familiar. There are a lot of devices, bracers, shackles, necklaces, crowns, all sorts of items that do mute spells as a caster. And there's also items like, I believe, if I can remember right, Jaren's whole prison was magic-less, if I remember correctly. But, yes, so there are there are things that prohibit magic from being used, but what it sounds like is these are keeping those people from doing magic themselves, because you were still able to call them, but she couldn't do magic
That's true.
herself. And
Yeah,
you
so
don't
magic
know
get
what
in.
stopped the call, the communication. Fuck.
I
It's a
mean,
call. Fuck it.
just like we
Also-
don't know what stopped Jadobi's call.
And there are photographs everywhere. It's fine. What year is it?
We do have Bluetooth
800 something?
devices.
We do have Bluetooth devices. Oh, there goes Eric.
Oh no! Another one.
Dork's confused. He went to get another bag of ale.
Yup. The Go-Gurt.
Oh! I think Jadobi's back. Okay.
All right. So, what was your
So-
question, Cerise? You asked a very specific question that I wasn't hearing all of it. Is something possible?
I was trying to figure out if it was possible to let two plane shift them while they're wearing the necklace.
Oh, you wouldn't know that.
Right.
I mean,
would be very
your
surprised.
understanding of it is it keeps you from, specifically keeps you from casting spells. Using someone else's spell, maybe, maybe not. But that's only the one thing. Like, you don't know what else is in the room. You don't know who else is in the room. So there's a lot of variables that are just, you're unsure. And you also don't know where the hell they are. So even, like, you can't even get there. Like, even if you can't, I don't believe that plane shift allows you to plane shift directly to a person, even if you know who they are, because you have to know where they are.
Well, I was reading the cube spell. The cube plane gate spell.
Mm-hmm.
Planar gate. And you can say the name of a person and the portal will appear next to them and suck them through.
Just one person?
Yes.
Okay.
Cerise, can you hear me?
Yes? You're
Yes.
sitting right there. Why wouldn't I be able to
Well,
hear
I
you?
don't. The curse of the mute has been on me every
You
now
can
and then.
use an action to press one side of the
Um,
cube to cast the gate spell.
We- That is something good to have.
You can cast the plane shift spell with the cube to transport the targets
There's
to
a
the-
plane.
to the plane key that key to the side. So once you click it, it says targets. It does not say target. It says targets.
I think I was
Target.
looking at the planar gate spell. Because
That's
it said you can plane shift or do planar gate.
that's what I'm reading right now. So you can use an action
Okay.
to do the gate spell, opening a portal that's keyed, blah blah blah. Alternatively, you can use an action to press one side twice to cast the plane shift spell with the cube to transport the targets to the plane. Now, see that. Where
What are
did you?
those targets that you have to see?
I believe that's the targets within your
Right.
perimeter.
Right.
So
Right.
where did you see about?
So if you read the planar gate spells text.
The gate spell?
Yeah, the gate spell.
Got it. Okay. But keep going. Sorry. I'm just trying to get an understanding.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we should call Facina next.
I think maybe you need more time to process your questions.
I need to act. She could be in trouble right now.
Can
I'm using my insight.
Can I have a reminder who's...
Facina is?
Yes.
Facina is this was like a couple episodes before you came back. But she's a Tarve, which is like the original druids.
That's
They're,
one
like,
of
racially-
Jody's things.
Yes.
Okay.
So she kind of set up this whole quest that we're on.
Right,
um,
right. Okay. Okay.
And she also like saved my life, and I've followed her. I've been part of her court for most of my life because
Right.
my family
Got
was
it.
attacked when I was 13. So.
Got it. If this is someone that brings great comfort to you and you think that it would help to call this person, I think we should call this person.
I'm gonna look dead into Cerise's eyes, and I'll take her hands. I'll take her hands. I'm gonna say, Cerise, are you ready to talk to her?
Yes, I am.
Insight check. I want to say she's lying to me.
So, do you believe her, is what you say? Because I don't always have to make you roll.
Do I believe her?
She believes herself.
What's your insight check? Because you already rolled.
Okay, well, let me do math. So that's going to be that plus this.
It's math time, everybody.
31 total.
Are you telling me the truth? Cerise?
She believes herself.
Okay.
Then I believe her. Okay.
That's good enough. All right.
All right. After she says that, and I listen to her tone of voice and kind of feel in her hands her heartbeat is steady. I completely believe her. I'm just gonna say,
Well, let's not go too far. I don't know if her heartbeat's steady. She's pretty.
Okay. That was one of the reasons why I took your hands, because I want to like feel your heartbeat. But okay.
Gotta specify these things.
I'll take one of her hands, and I will focus on Facina.
Okay.
Facina? It's Cerise. Are you there?
Yes, child. Are you okay?
I'm fine. You'll never believe who I got in contact with using this ring.
Who is that?
My sister.
Really? Is she okay?
Yeah. It's a great question. She's alive. She's somewhere, probably in the Shadow Ward. And I also got in contact with my grandma, who's also apparently there now too.
And you
I
know
guess Victor.
And you know them to be
know.
in the Shadow Ward?
The first time I called them, they were in a room with obsidian walls, and that sounds just like Victor's castle, and I don't know why they would be anywhere else, but they don't know for sure, so I don't know for sure.
Interesting. Are they safe?
No, they're not safe. They're wearing some sort of anti-magic collars, and we just called Grandma Zelka, and she said a door was opening, and then the call got cut off. So, quick question. How long have you had this ring?
Maybe 6 months, a year.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Really? Really?
Yes.
Because you have a ring that could contact my family, who I've been searching for 90 years.
How long have you known me, child?
Approximately 90 years.
Do you think that I do not have your best interests in mind?
I do, which is why I just really want to know. I just really want to hear from you if you knew.
The whole reason why I got the ring was to try to give you hope. We tried to call your grandmother and your sister and other members of the Fae that were taken, and we could not get through. So it's very surprising that you were able to get through. I did not want to give you this item and give you hope and then have that hope fail. So when it did not work for us, we put it away. So I am sorry that you hold this pain, but I assure you the item was procured for the intent of you.
Do I believe her?
Inside check.
Oh, that's cocked. Wow, that was horrible. That was cocked. Okay.
Do I believe her?
Insight check.
Because Denani's pissed.
I'm gonna make up my own mind of whether or not I believe her. Which is
Okay, I have my number.
What is it?
What'd you say, Ann?
19.
Nice. I got 33.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
It's cocked. It's terrible. Let me do math. 33. Whatever, man. Yeah, she's telling the truth.
Okay.
And you can tell in her voice that she's genuinely almost hurt that you think that she would hold something away from you.
Bitch, it ain't about you. Sorry.
But no, she's not telling Cerise this. I'm just telling Jadobi because he got a 33, and you've only known Facina for a little bit, but you were able to kind of see that she's trying to hide that slight hurt. She understands the situation, but she yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I also picked up on that from your act. Cerise is now feeling very guilty for having thought that.
But the good news is they are alive.
At least for now. The other good news is I have a wish.
Be very careful with that.
I know. Do you have any idea how I could use it?
In my experience, and I've been around a long time, I've seen 3 people make wishes with a spell. And not one of them got exactly what they wanted. If you have the means to rescue your family and the other fey creatures, do it the old-fashioned way. But if you feel like there is nothing else for you to do, or gain some other information maybe, but really sit on it, meditate on it, converse with your friends, Jadobi, take their wisdom and their experience as well, and make the best educated guess that you can. The gods that grant these wishes are kind of assholes.
To put it lightly.
Okay. I'm sorry I doubted you.
No. I understand, child.
It's because you always call me child. I know I'm so young compared to you, but I am an adult now, so you can...
Yes, but you are a child of the Fae, and you will always be a child of Mother Ukodor. So that is why I use that. I apologize if that is an offense to you.
No.
Stay strong, Cerise. You have a fire inside of you, and when you control it, I do not want to be an enemy on that day.
Never. I miss you.
I miss you as well. Please be safe. Keep me posted on your progress. And let me know if there's... Thank you. And let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Did you find what Victor took from the temple?
No, we did not.
Okay.
It's a mystery, unfortunately. It's aggravating.
As they continue to talk, I'm just gonna kind of pull Cerise in and kind of hug her.
She hugs you back. She wants a hug right now.
Yeah.
Oh, she likes the back pats too.
I'm just drinking my wine like, bitch, Victor's going down.
I take one hand and I put it on her shoulder blade.
I was doing that.
I got two shoulders. You can.
Many
Just competitively patting the shoulder like harder.
Well, you have 4 wings too, so do those count as shoulder blades too? Like, I'm just kidding.
As I'm just trying to like cover her, I just see everyone patting her, just like, what's going on?
Except my hand probably covers her entire back, but all right.
Yeah.
Cerise, is there anything you'd like to finish with before we end this conversation?
No. I love you. Bye.
Goodbye.
We'll do you proud.
Stay strong.
And then I let the magic go.
She never says it back. I won't let that get to me though.
I pull her in a little bit tighter, like, I'm glad that worked out for the better. I was nervous, but good questions. Good questions.
Cerise, do
Yeah.
you need anything right now?
Wine.
More hugs, and then she like puts her arms out.
We all come in for a big giant bear hug.
Okay.
And
Outside.
like just like picks the rest of us up.
That's what I was thinking. It's like,
So as the five of you go in for a big old group hug after having this emotional conversation with Facina and contemplating what your next steps are, we're going to go ahead and take our break. So exclamation point raffle to enter in the multi-video game giveaway that is brought to you by Roll20. So take your game online with Roll20, the virtual tabletop that runs straight out of your web browser. Everything you need to play with your friends is ready at the click of a mouse, from click-to-roll character sheets to built-in video and voice chat. You can even upload your own maps and tokens. Get all that and more with your free basic account at roll20.net. Go ahead and click the link down below and tell them Ukodor sent you. So we're going to take a break real quick, and we will see you all soon. Bye!
Bye.
Probably break.
And the Hugathon continues. So as you all finish consoling Cerise after that very emotional communication with Facina, what do you all want to do?
All right.
Okay.
So, how do you feel, Cerise?
I don't know what to do.
I think that all of this wraps around to defeating Victor. And what we know of what we need to do to get stronger to defeat Victor is to get these gems.
So we're gonna get the gems.
Just keep thinking, what if I'm too late? But you're right. We have a bigger mission anyway.
All right. Well.
Is time does the Shadow Ward count as a different time? Are they moving?
The Shadow
Ward's like the Fey Ward in that it's not on the same timeline as the Fey Ward, but it's similarly unpredictable.
So something else that Cerise, you would know, Jadobi, you might know, is you know how there's Fey sickness when you leave the Fey Ward, unless you're of Fey ancestry, where everything, all your time that you spent there, you would forget. Luckily, you all succeeded with your wisdom save. I can't remember. The Shadow Ward has the exact same thing, and none of you are Shadow. Well, Tallulah, you might. I might change it to DC for you, but in theory, everything about the Shadow Ward mirrors the Fey. So the complex organisms that are there, the creatures that are there, the type of the fauna and everything that's there is very similar to what the Fey is, even in the shape. And different things are corroded and different things are corrupted. The time thing, same thing. It could be a few hours later, it could be a few weeks later. There's really no way to know. That's where the fun rolling comes into play. But, yeah.
Right. It's... I want to do something before... Well, Victor still doesn't know who I am. But it's also a huge risk, because I could go there and come back a year later. Or weeks or days or...
I understand. But whatever happens, we're here with you. And we're not going to make you go through it alone. Ever again.
Cerise, like, sort of tentatively takes your hand. And she gives it a squeeze.
I squeeze it back. Really hard. Orc hard.
She turns into pixie dust.
What?
Alright, well, that goes that. So, what a gem, right?
It was really fun being on the stream. Thank you so much.
I just squeezed her hand. She's not gonna burst.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
I think we should probably call it a night.
We can't understand you.
You're not muted.
I think it's because he's underwater.
Yeah, it sounded like a very large whale just swam by. I believe you all are wanting to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted. Yes. Today was quite a day. So I'm gonna knock out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for our next leg of this travel. And I swim past Torque, and I swim to our room.
Okay. So you all find sleep. Anything you're doing before you go to sleep?
Oh, is there?
I'm doing that.
No, I burned all my spell slots, haven't I? Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna knock out and wait for tomorrow to come.
Okay. So as sleep finds you all, in the middle of the night, you all can go ahead and give yourselves the effects of a long rest, all that jazz, get your spell slots and HP back. Cerise, in the middle of the night, You start to move around a lot in your little sleep sack thingy. I can't even remember what it was.
Oh, it was the leaf,
Oh,
right?
yeah, it's the leaf that folded in. That's right. So
Yeah.
you're starting to kind of rustle and move around. Tallulah and Denahi, you can make a perception check if you want. As you start to kind of wrestle around, you're having these visions, these dreams, and as you see this, you see that you are near a body of water, and there's a waterfall that is rushing, and you look around and you see all of your friends dead on the ground. You see blood on your hands, and beside you is Victor at your shoulders, looking at your friends' dead bodies. You immediately jerk awake, trying to assess what the hell just happened. What were your rolls, by the way?
35. 18 plus 17, my dudes.
Torque was so
Or 34.
distraught that he just left. Denahi?
15.
15. 15 would have done it. Jesus. You both heard Cerise almost talking in her sleep and yelling out, "No!" And then she kind of jerks away.
Cerise!
Cerise. What happened?
I just
Nightmares.
Are you okay?
You're okay, right? Yeah, of course you're okay. That's just a dream.
Were we not in your dream?
I was in your dream.
Was she in your dream?
Everyone was dead, and Victor was there.
Do you have dreams like this often?
Not in a long time. I mean,
Your dreams don't come true, do they?
I don't think they have. I used to have nightmares all the time when I was a kid after,
Well, of course, yes.
I don't think they meant anything.
After recent events, I think. Bringing up old feelings you've had. I can understand why you've had a dream like that. So rest assured, we're all right. At least I'm a little hungover, but I think I'm okay.
That's good.
It's normal. Just go back to sleep.
Okay. Yeah.
It'll be okay.
It's so weird. It's like this waterfall there. I don't know why. It's a weird
Waterfall?
detail. I don't know.
Have you seen it before?
I don't think I have. Have I? I'm getting a secret DM message. No.
What was the
DM.
question?
Had I that waterfall that you mentioned in the dream? Had I seen it before?
Ooh, do a history check.
It's 27.
It looked really familiar, but you can't place it.
I feel like I have, but I couldn't tell you where.
Waterfall makes me think water ward.
Really? I mean, water doesn't really move.
There's
like
been weirder
waterfalls do.
things here.
I mean, there's a lot of weird things here.
Waterfall can be on any plane.
That's true.
I don't know.
Well, we'll keep it in the back of our minds.
If you see that waterfall in our journey, point it out to us.
Okay.
So if something were to happen, at least we know it's coming.
I was thinking maybe when we go back to the Valari ruins, we should try and scry out where Victor is right now. Since Athora said that it would be safe. It might be worth seeing where he's hiding, what he's doing if we can.
If you're gonna scry on him, I'm gonna be as far away from you as possible.
I actually don't have scrying magic, so
I will always be as far away from Jadobi as possible while he does that. So
What's your beef with Jadobi?
it's with scrying. It's with Jadobi and scrying.
Is that really it?
Did he tell you what happened?
You know, I think I heard maybe a short cliff notes of.
Would you like to know?
Okay.
We were in a bunker with hundreds of people who were safe from those werewolves. And Jadobi scryed on Victor, on his niece. And Victor saw and knew exactly where we were and sicked all those werewolves on all those innocent people. We have hundreds of innocent people's blood on our hands because of Jadobi's scrying. So no. Or yes, I've got tons of beef with scrying. Especially on Victor, whose powers we don't know the extent of.
That's true. That's the other reason I've done a lot of research on this, and not a single person has ever come back from the Shadow Ward after going after Victor. At least who can remember anything. So that's something to look forward to. Good night, I guess.
We'll be prepared as any. Good night.
Yes. We must be prepared to also not come back, but also finish what we're being sent to do.
Yeah.
Good night. Now I'm all ruffled up and I'm like scrying to Dobie. Stupid.
Okay, so
meanwhile in the boys' room.
they're both passed out, having sweet dreams. So
you know, actually, I am braiding Torque's beard, and he's telling me about his feelings.
So you all eventually fall back asleep. Cerise, you do take a little while to fall back asleep, but you do eventually awake in the morning, and the day is yours.
I am the first one up. I'm the first one out. You know where I'm going, DM.
Okay.
I'm going to find our new friend.
Okay. So you head over to, what was the name of the place? The Misty Bog, to see if you can find him. And yeah, he's outside, kind of dealing with his buddy.
I'm gonna swim up to him.
Okay.
Sindri, good morning.
Yes, hello. What can I do for you, Jadobi?
I need a favor, but first, I want to ask you, do we still have the bones? We still have to give them out to people?
Yes, I have them in my shop.
Your shop?
Yes.
Sindri, you own the shop?
Yes, the Misty Bog is mine.
Oh! I didn't know. Cool. I thought it was the other guys. All right.
Yes,
nice.
he does that often. It's fine.
Well, I'm gonna wait till my friends all collect to give out the bones as we promised. But
sure.
I have one favor of you, and I'm gonna go into whisper, and that's where I'm gonna end it.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna whisper it to me?
Mm-hmm. Well, I did whisper it to you. You know what's going on.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Or does he?
Yeah.
Oh, does
he?
Meanwhile, back at the
whisper
tavern.
it to me, right? Oh, sure. I know about that. Hold on. Let me roll my history.
8-Bit Coffee Co.
Nope,
Yeah,
I know nothing.
I got it. All right. So, what are the rest of you doing?
Eating.
Waking up.
Just
doing a bit of yoga in the morning. Gotta calm
more
and center
drinking.
myself.
Cerise has like, having slept and having thought some more, you know, the thing where your brain works out a problem. She's like, pulls out the cube the like planar gate cube and just stares at it. And she's okay, I have an idea. And it's not a scalable solution. But I just really want to see this could summon something. Just like one person through using the gate. And I kind of want to see if I can just pull my sister through.
This is not a one-time thing, right?
No, it's not.
Do you think it would alert to anything?
It might. I mean, that's the thing. I wouldn't want to do it anywhere populated, just in case anything comes through with her.
Right. I think it's an okay idea, as long as you're right, as long as we're away from the city and we can prepare.
Yeah.
It's worth a try.
Okay. And then she just eats breakfast quietly. Shuts it in a bag.
Okay.
I load a
Has
ton of
anyone-
rolls into my bag.
Has anyone seen Jadobi this morning?
I think I saw him leave a few moments ago. I don't know where to.
Torque, you were rooming with him. Was he up when you got up?
I haven't seen him. I didn't go to the room.
What
What
is
were
it
you
with
doing?
you talking barmaids?
Oh. Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, well, doing. Yes, I guess so.
Oh god.
Huh?
Okay.
Good for you, Torque.
About this time, as you all are having this conversation, Jadobi swims back into the tavern from the outside.
Good morning, all. How'd you sleep?
You seem bright and chipper.
Did you also have tea?
So, did we,
That's yes, isn't it?
did we want
You
to
can't
go
have
and...
tea, you have a child.
He went with baby mama.
I
And have more children, one in every ward.
I have a child,
Oh
but
no.
I don't.
Oh no.
How does a child? This is a totally different discussion for a totally different day. But we still have bones to give out. It's a new day. It's bright, sort of, and I'm feeling good about today.
You're right. We do need to deliver these bones.
We do.
Go back on our words.
Can we
Right?
pay someone to do it?
No.
Why not?
Come on, let's
No,
go.
because that would require more bones.
Merb, exactly. Sorry.
No.
I was gonna try to copy you, but I was like, wait, don't do that.
Okay.
But did you already have breakfast?
I'm sorry,
I gesture at all of the food in front of us.
I sit down and like eat a whole bunch with them before we head out. Oh, I'm sorry. Talk. Am I mute? Am I silent?
No, you're
again?
not. We can
No.
hear you. Oh, I think Torque's lost sound.
Okay.
It's the water pressure. The water pressure.
Sometimes it
Yeah.
happens that way.
It super sucks. Sorry, Swolf buddy. Sorry. Yeah, try.
Okay. So, which store are you going to first?
I've tried popping my ears. Nothing's happening.
You have
What
to
are you talking about?
You have to constantly pop your ears because we're constantly underwater. The pressure. It keeps
What?
going back. Come.
He's lost. He's lost.
Man, I wonder how pressure sickness works when you're coming from the water ward to other places. Anyway, let's not think about that deeply at all and move on.
Exactly.
Wouldn't your lungs
Deeply.
explode?
Let's go to
We all get the bends and we all die.
Oh my god, what is he doing?
But honestly, it's fine. We can be near.
The mystery bog we go to get the bones and give out to everyone who needed them because we remember everyone.
I'm sure you remember everyone, Jadobi.
Wasn't it just... Okay, there was the guy who owed the potion shop and then the potion shop, right? That was just the two?
That's right.
was Bibble from the general store.
Oh,
Yep.
Bibble.
So as we swim up to the turtle, we're gonna. Oh, we're gonna do this. You know what? Let's just take the turtle to the store, and we can figure out how to get the bones inside later. knock on general door.
Doors open.
I walk in. Do I see Bibble?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I see Bibble. God, look at that.
Bibbledy bobbledy boo.
Good morning,
that's
Bibble.
me. That's me. What?
Guess what we have for you?
I don't know. Some sort of
Bones, Bibble. You remember the
coral
deal we
disease? What bones? What? You got bones?
made? Dragon
Yes.
bones from
You-
Valari ruins.
You did that? Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. That's exciting. Thank you.
Okay, they're not all for you though. We're dispersing them out.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. Bibble needs one. The Nix's dad would like some. I believe those are the only
The king?
The grandfather wanted some, I believe, not Nix's dad.
Oh, sorry. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And
The guy who's
if I remember correctly, Bibble owed the same guy bones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did.
Thank
we
you.
were paying off someone's debt.
Got it. Thank you.
You're so kind. You're not gonna take all of them. You're gonna take half. We're gonna give you half. Do I need bones? We don't need bones for anything, do we?
I don't.
Did
What
now
do you
he?
use these bones for? Do we know?
We can keep some for ourselves.
You have a fuck ton.
We got a lot of bones.
We can use some for
Um,
spells or potions or whatever we may come across in
Ghibli.
the future.
Gibble?
Bibble.
Sure.
Bibble.
Bibble.
Bye.
Bibbledy bobbledy.
Exactly. Can you tell us? I know you. Whoa, you're very close to my face, Bibble. Okay. Well, can you? I'm gonna like kindly just like put my hand to his face, just kind of push him back in the water a little bit for some space. Do you know what magics are in these bones? What are these bones?
Just get it out.
What are you?
Can you say what you're gonna say?
What are these bones good
What are you
for?
doing to me? What are you doing? Stop. Stop this.
I moved Tallulah's head to the side.
Oh, I went the wrong way. This way.
It was so close. It was so close.
What's his?
It's so low that it froze in your face way up in the camera.
Bibble, focus. Bibble. Bibble.
Yes. Yes.
What are these bones good for?
Trading.
I know you said trading. Yes, I know they're also good for magic. They said that they're magical bones.
I don't do
Do they
magic.
have- So you literally just need them to pay off a debt to
Barkato.
Darkato.
Barkato.
Drug.
Barkato.
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 Well, since you were literally only talk. What is happening right now? Since you were, these bones are just for your debt, and Barkato actually asked for bones as well. Maybe we should just take these bones straight to him.
You would do that for me?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
More errands.
Bye, Bibble.
Bye bye.
Oh, we are errand boys.
Hey, don't say that.
I didn't think you were
That's
a boy.
frustrating.
Haven't had to earn money in a while.
I go up to him and I can be a boy if I want to be a boy.
Do you want to be a boy?
No.
He just goes, and like a little bubble comes out, and it's like green and like there's slime in it, and it starts to rise.
I pop it above his head.
It just starts to like dissipate, and you see the green funk is kind of coming towards you.
Now you're just getting it everywhere.
So I have already left the store and on my way to Barkato.
Okay. So you head over to the Bubbling Flask. Varkato, the Triton male, older Triton male, which is Nyx's grandfather, is there doing his thing.
Good morning, Barkato.
Good morning, Jadobi and friends. Thank you for coming back and visiting me. Hasn't been that long, has it?
It's been
No.
a couple of days or near a week, actually.
Really?
'cause we-
Probably
Yeah.
just a couple days.
Very good.
or close to a week, Tallulah. I look at her. And then I get back to it. So we have a lot of bones here for you.
Oh,
You want to step out and take a look?
yes, yes, please, please, please. And he kind of
Swim outside.
swims outside. Oh, 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 this is plenty. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, yes, bring him in, bring him in, bring him in.
How? I guess we just okay. We bring him in.
Yeah, they're like bundled together. So you grab a couple bundles that, a bundle that Bibble owed him, and a couple bundles that you all owed him, and call it a day. You have like 6 bundles left, maybe.
So I need you to know, Varkato, that these bones were sent to you by Bibble to repay his debt to you.
Very good. Yes, thank you. Can you all make a perception check? Thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Ooh, not bad.
17.
17.
14.
26.
Oh God, big number.
Got it. So you see behind the counter on a pike, you see Azuko's head.
Which one was that?
The person whose head we brought back.
Yeah,
Oh.
the lich.
Oh.
What? Why do you have that?
He said he was going to steal it from his son. And I guess he
Did
did.
say that.
I thank you for that. It's very, very kind of you to go there and behead that bastard.
Yeah, actually, since you bring it up, he was a lich, yes.
Mm.
He was your son. He is your son.
No, he was the Queen's brother.
Yeah, so he would be my son.
I see. Thank you.
In law.
No, 'cause
no, never mind.
No.
He's blood.
Yeah.
See, sorry,
Yes.
I was confused by names. Verkato and Dakato. I
Yes.
was like, father's son. Never mind.
That is just a coincidence.
Understood.
Sure.
Okay.
And there's only so many damn
Thank
names to
God.
make out there.
I mean, it's just a waterboard male naming convention. Ending
Varkato,
with Kato.
was he? I have very strong suspicions that he was a lich. Do you know if he was a lich?
Well, it's he left us many years ago. Many, many years ago. And the rumor had it that he had passed on. And then seeing him again was a very large surprise.
So you keep his head in your shop.
Yes.
Are we in a house?
He is no longer my son.
Some father you are.
He killed my daughter.
I get it.
Which reminds Cerise that she did make an offer to a king. Re, the dead daughter. And resurrecting her. Who's gonna sleep on it?
That's
Lots
right,
happened.
That's right.
Guess we're gonna stop at the palace and see what he decided.
Yeah, we should.
Cerise does not say anything.
Oh, okay, okay. So, Varkato,
Yes.
he thought he was deceased, but he came back, and clearly he was an undead species of what he was. You are familiar with generally what liches have in common, yes?
Yes, I've been around for quite some time, and I've learned a lich or two.
If he was a lich, he would have a phylactery,
Yes.
which means he could come back in at most a week after departing.
Yes.
Do you have anything to add to that thought?
I don't. People who came back, the scouts, like Kava, like they've seen him near the ghostly vanguard, but that's the only central place we've ever seen him.
Very well. Thank you so much. And also, I wanted to say I'm sorry. The other day, a lot's happened recently to where I may tend to shut myself off from certain things, and I'm sorry. And I swim up to him and I give him just like a big hug.
Okay. He accepts it.
All right. Well, before we go, is there? Can you tell us anything about these bones? I know they're magical. I know they're magical in nature and that you can do things, but is there any kind of particular magic?
I mean, certain essences from a dragon bone can be combined with other elements and components to make certain potions or enchantments for other items. Plus, it's just really big bones.
Yes. Okay.
Big things are usually good things.
Cerise ruffles a little bit.
I know what I said.
I completely agree.
Well, thank you for your time, and also the last thing of business before we head out is a part of this deal to get you these bones were that you would reimburse us these circlets of underwater speakingness and other things.
Yes.
So can we get our money back?
No, that's not what happened.
That's exactly what happened. Explain to me what happened then.
We didn't pay him.
Oh, he gave us this for free?
Yes, it was an advance. It was sort of on credit. If we could get 2 more, that would be really helpful.
That would be great. We definitely need 2 more.
Of course. He goes back and he grabs 2 more of those circlets and hands them to you.
Thank you so much. I give one. Oh, wait. Okay, so I give one to Torque, and I look at the extra one, and I realize that this one was supposed to be for our friend who perished.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes. This one was supposed to be for Remus, actually. I suppose we don't need these.
Didn't we only get 3?
We only got 3. And because I think Denai said she didn't need one because she could do silent things.
But she should use it anyway.
Right.
If it drains a lot more from her for being silent,
You're right.
I would rather.
Yeah, so we.
As Torque holds out his circlet to her, I kind of push his hand away and I give the other circlet to Denai. Here you are. It also helps you breathe underwater, and Torque, yours was just as important. I'm just saying, or you could give her that, and I can give you the one I just gave her, as long as we all have it.
Okay.
And all right, that's that. I guess we should head to the spire now.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Okay.
Bye, Rakato. And I head to the spire.
Okay.
Bye, Salada.
So you take some time and you get over to the spire to meet up with Takato. You do see him there with Varus and his daughter.
So Cerise walks up to him. Good morning.
What was that, Solo?
Good morning.
Have you thought about my offer?
He looks at his son and his daughter. We have. He just pauses for a moment and looks at you, and then looks back at them. As much as we would want their mother back, she has passed on to the unending ocean. that journey, we don't imagine it being a pleasant one.
Most of the time it's one way.
This is right, Torque. It's also against our values to try to resurrect one of our own after they've already passed through the gateway. Selfishly, I want to.
Cerise just gives a small bow and says, I completely understand.
My son...
Whatever choice you had made would have been the right choice.
My son is a little bit more traditional than I am, believe it or not. But I do thank you from the bottom of my heart for trying to bring my wife back. Nyx runs up, or swims up, and gives you a big hug, Cerise.
I give her a big hug. And I tell her, one day you're gonna be amazing.
Yeah, you are about the same size.
Are we?
Yeah.
Am I really 5-year-old size? Maybe. Are 5-year-olds 4-5? This doesn't seem...
I mean...
Yeah?
She's 5 or 6, yeah.
She's a Drayton.
Yeah, she's not normal. Like, they're a little bit bigger than humans, so...
They're not the same size.
So
Come on, man.
We're saying
okay, she's probably the same weight. I am, like, ridiculous. I'm like a sack of flour. 50 pounds is like nothing.
Wow, I just envisioned that. Like
That
a
is
sack of flour
actually
with
a sack
arms
of flour.
and legs
It
and
is.
little-
At my job, there are, that's
50
it.
pound stacks of flour.
Alright.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway.
So anyway, she gives Nyx a hug.
Yes.
And she says, one day you're gonna be amazing. And it's not what happened isn't okay, but you're gonna be okay.
And size doesn't matter.
And she looks at you with her big blue eyes, and you see tears rolling down both of her faces, and she has or both of her cheeks rather, and she has this big smile. Thank you. And gives you another tight, sweet hug, and then swims over to her brother.
I give a little wave.
See you soon.
I tried to save your mom, but
But I couldn't.
I couldn't.
Okay.
Shinobi, what else do we need to do?
You're muted.
Again. Good. Now he's back.
Hello. Hi. The last thing we need to do is leave. We're done here. And I start swimming away.
Let's get that gem.
Let's get that gem.
Tallulah, as you all start to swim out of the space, you feel a tug at your leg, and you look down, and Nyx has got hugging your thigh.
Oh, what warrants this, little one?
You have a different color skin, like me.
I feel like we're sabbatical.
Oh. Yeah. Wait until you go and explore the whole world. Everyone is made out of so many colors.
I want to be like you when I get big.
Or perhaps played by you.
I have a feeling you're gonna grow up just fine.
Thanks. And she turns and she swims away.
I love you.
It looks like you've just made a best friend for life, Tallulah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where we all end up.
Perhaps you will inhabit each other's space again.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna swim out to no, that's the name of the city. Sindri. Sindri,
Yes.
we're all prepared to go.
All right, let's go.
All right. Everyone, hop on. And I'm gonna be at the head, like right beside Sindri.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. So, very similar. You watch as Zook, the Raisu, the giant sea turtle with the coral reef back, goes and then like does like a squat and push, and you big swim. Gus jumps into the current and swims out of the front gate and continues to barrel down towards your location. Everybody, make a dex save for me.
Pretty little deck save. No plus 17 here.
no.
Natural
no.
20!
I got the opposite of that. Let's
Oh,
see.
no.
My pink
Plus-
sparkly natural 20.
Nice.
18.
18.
7.
7.
Plus 2.
21.
22.
21.
21.
21.
You're muted, Miss Denahi.
Why are you so silent, Denahi?
She's seasick.
Are you seasick? It's alright. You don't have to say
Okay.
anything.
So as you kind of start to lose your footing, and Sindri reaches over and grabs you and plops you back down, you do continue to bust through for the next few hours. Very similar thing to your last time you traveled on the turtle. You do see a lot of the aboleths swimming around, and they're nowhere near you, and they can't keep up with how fast Zook is swimming. And do perception checks, everyone, please.
Natural 20
Guys, Joe, I'm mad.
plus
I
11,
didn't
so
like that.
31.
21.
21.
9.
21.
Okay. So you see a very similar sight. You see the location of the ruins where you were very recently. And you're kind of barrel right over them. And as you look down, the ruins, part of the ruins, are no longer there. You still see the same stonework and the cliff edge and everything, but the ruins themselves are gone. That illusion has dissipated. But you do continue on, and he kind of does it almost like a barrel roll and ducks down. And as it ducks down, it gets down to the base of the ocean. It's just sand, and every once in a while there's rocks, and there's a few large boulders and a cliff edge. And he goes and goes and goes, and then he kind of stops at the last. One second. He stops at the last moment and looks at you. He's like, "This is as far as I can go."
All right. Roughly how far are we from the place?
So they're not a complete guide.
I cannot get that much closer. No. Zook will not
I
have
understand.
it.
I understand.
No,
I
it's
totally understand.
about a half a mile that way.
Half a mile that way.
Yes, look for the
you.
glowing coral.
We will.
Glowing coral.
Can you wait here in safety for us?
Yes.
Or maybe not.
And as he does that, you watch as Zook does his thing where he pulls his arms in, and as the head starts to go in, Sindri is sitting on the head and just says yes, and then just follows the head into the hole, and now it's just a big giant chunk of coral.
Nice. So before we go, you know what, DM, as I look in the distance, what do I see in the distance?
As
Like a
you
mile away.
as you get off Zook and you start to head in that direction, you start to look. Go ahead and do another perception check for me.
Oh, that's not bad. All right. 24 total for me.
24 total. You do see a very faint greenish glow coming from the distance.
Do I take it as the same green glow that was at the ruins with the bubble of air?
No, it's not. Not at all. You do not see any
Not at
bubbles.
all.
Yeah,
Totally
you,
different.
yeah, you do not see any bubbles at all. It's just
Well,
like
let's-
a faint green glow.
Okay.
Did we... Never mind, I didn't see this.
So before we venture on to this, I think we should have a meal, a very hearty meal. And as I say that, I take out the gem encrusted gauntlet that I
Okay.
got. This one I bought. This one was the one I bought, and the one that I have for my grandfather is still like in my
Okay.
bag and stuff. And I'm going to put the gauntlet on the ground and kind of just like, to make sure it stays there. I'm just gonna kind of like almost screw it a little bit into the sand.
Okay.
I'm gonna step back, and I'm gonna put my hands out like this as my eyes and tattoos begin to glisten across my body in a warm yellow. And I will chant in Druidic, and chant and chant. And as I do that, it's almost like the sand, like kind of like rises like up the cup, kind of like in a mound, and like goes into the cup, and it just looks like it's just like moving anthill, and then out of the anthill comes all of this beautifully prepared foods, just out and out, almost like floating into the sea, but like vines come up and grab it back down. And as the sand begins to rise with all this food coming out of it, and like the vines are keep grabbing it and coming down, it forms this kind of wooden table, very elaborately designed, through the intertwining branches. And before us is this beautiful table of kind of glowing food. I'm gonna look at everyone. So we should probably have lunch before we do this, as I make a hero's feast.
Can you
Some lun.
all make a stealth check for me?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's just eat in the middle of this open field.
Well, I mean, I feel like I would have tried to go to some kind of cover first. I wouldn't just be like, but okay. Am I right
19.
again?
19.
Oh, wait. Pass without trace on everybody.
Come on, man. 12.
Plus 10 is
That's what I was
22.
saying.
10.
Plus 10 is 20.
15.
25.
No.
24 for me.
24. Okay. Yeah, easy enough. You're able to kind of hunker down underneath Zook. And as you set up this table, Zook pokes his head out and starts eating some food. And Sindri comes out and is like, can I?
Come, come.
But yes, you are in the middle of the ocean and you have to eat it for an hour. So just wanted to be... It's kind of open where you are. So you maintain enough natural motions to cheat that. So you're fine for an hour to eat your hero's feast.
Okay. And
2D.
you guys, Hero Feast does like a lot of stuff, but don't worry about it. I'll tell you when it gets really important.
Go ahead and roll
It's really good.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll the 2d10.
Temperature.
Yeah, you're cured of disease and poison. You're immune to poison and frightened. Advantage on wisdom
Oh,
saving
double
throws.
8. Nice.
And you all
so
get 16.
HP.
Yeah, 16 temporary hit points. That's super dope.
That's why I really needed those golden grails. All right, after we get done with that, how do you all feel?
We're good.
Stronger,
It does that.
almost.
This is
Jadobi, what
what-
did you feed us?
it's something that I learned with Facina. It's called a
She
hero's.
was
It's called a hero's feast, and it helps you stay cool under pressure. It makes you stronger, makes you wiser, makes you faster, and it makes you more resilient. And nothing will frighten you.
Huh.
So it does a great bit of things, and I thought it would be good to have going into what we're about to go into.
Interesting. You're probably right.
All right. So we're gonna try to do this stealthily, of course. Try to go unseen. We have no idea what we're about to get into. Talk. I'm gonna keep us undercover, and can you lead the way?
Me?
Yes, you're so strong.
But I might be the loudest one.
When you are in the water.
We're in the water, and I have a shroud of kind of veiling on us, so don't worry about it. You blend in.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll be right behind you. We're just going to
Do you
that.
need to cast that again?
It's I'll do it again. Don't even worry about it. Done. And I'm going to begin to follow Torque to the glowing green thing, stealthily looking for people and traps.
Okay.
People
Yeah,
and
that
traps,
one doesn't
people
even
and
take any charges, right? That's just a straight.
It's at will, yeah.
Yeah. I'm such a
Nice.
kind DM.
Truly.
Okay, so perception, stealth checks.
I sense weakness.
Stealth?
That's a good
Yes.
roll.
27.
27. Plus
27.
10.
37.
Oh,
Plus 10,
29
so
again.
37.
29. Deny.
30.
Okay. Easy enough. So
Wow.
you traverse the next quarter mile or so, and you're getting really close to this green glow. And as you get closer to the green glow, you do see the coral that Sindri had mentioned. The green glow that you're seeing is this haze that kind of covers this entire area. It looks like the coral reef that this giant ship is kind of stuck in is kind of emanating this green ghastly glow, and you just kind of see this haze all over. It illuminates everything, so you can actually see everything, which is good. But yeah, it does. It's just kind of everywhere.
Looks like we are in the right place. We don't happen to see any people, right? I guess we only see this like the
Right
glowing
now, you
green
just see
ship.
the glow, yeah, and a ship.
And there's only one ship here. There's not multiple ships.
Correct.
Hey, Jadobi.
Yes. Yes.
I've had a lot going on in the past couple days, and I realized I don't remember if we were told what to expect here.
We're never told what to expect as part of our trial.
Okay, cool.
So,
So trust me,
to show you all what you see,
It's about
it's a giant boat that is kind of cocked at like a 45-degree angle. There's vegetation and things everywhere. That's essentially what you see. It's pretty straightforward. You don't see anything living or moving around in this ship.
Let's go. Is there anything that we can do? I look to my team as we're talking. Is there anything that we can do to maybe take a peek in there without being in
I'm
there?
so glad you looked to your team.
I'm sorry. The team. The team. I look to the
I
team.
mean, you're all my team, and we're all Cerise's team, and,
Yeah.
I'm just teasing. I'm teasing Jadobi.
I'm
We're on a quest that's mostly about him, so
That's not true. Not
I
true.
could I mean, I might be the quickest. I don't know who's the quickest in water.
not me.
Oh, we all have the thing. This crown gives us our normal movement.
Okay, then
That's
me.
So I think that's
I'm
probably. Are you?
I'm the quickest. I've got and I
That's
can
how-
go invisible.
But I might be the quickest, and I can also go invisible.
Why don't you go together? as
All
a
right then,
team?
fine.
No.
I don't know. Wait, what's?
There's safety
We
in
should,
numbers.
should we race? How do we
All right.
still?
You want to tell
Yes,
me?
race.
You want to tell me where things are?
Well, before we do anything, we haven't really completely done the thing.
Completely planned what we're
So,
doing.
yeah? Okay, go for it.
I was saying we haven't planned what we're doing.
Oh, okay.
No.
Sorry. I thought you said you did. Cerise, Tallulah, so you both are very, very fast in different ways in the water. And you both can teleport, and you both can go invisible. I think, in the end, there's safety in numbers. I think you should go together. Why are you looking at me like that? Why is this weird? What's wrong?
Oh, it's not. I was looking at.
It's
Tallulah.
not.
What?
Oh, I mean, that sounds fine. I don't know if that's fine. I don't know
Actually, I
if it's
suppose I
the
don't-
safest,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
I'm fine with whatever. If Cerise wants to go, Cerise should go.
Cerise.
I'm also not saying that I have crazy vampire eyes, but I definitely have crazy vampire eyes.
Well, okay, I can't beat your crazy vampire eyes. That is true. It seems like you. I just.
Go
We could
together.
go together. Just come with me, and I like hold out my hand towards her.
And then we turn invisible.
Okay. And what are you doing?
Whatever
guess
you
we're
all
swimming
do,
in.
we can't see, so...
Yes, we're going invisible, holding hands, being real cute.
And of course,
And,
remember we. Oh shit, am I?
No, we're still in range. I don't think we've started swimming.
Yeah,
yet.
we haven't moved yet.
I know. I was just gonna remind you to. You can keep in contact through the ear cuff.
Good reminder. I keep forgetting I'm wearing this.
No problem. Have fun.
Okay. So just.
So we're just scouting, right? We're just gonna move forward.
Yep.
And we're gonna scout.
Yep. Okay.
I can still hear you.
Okay. So where are you going in the map? Because you guys are just right outside of the.
Do we want to like swim up like towards the mast?
Somebody's
Do we wanna
literally
swim
in a
up towards the
kitchen.
mast, get a lay of the land, or do we want to go toward like into the ship?
Yeah, we should definitely move towards the ship.
Yeah, there's a weird metal clinking over there, isn't there?
It's weird. There's a lot of weird metal weirdness.
It's the anchor. It's the anchor. Just kind of getting.
Against forks, I assume. Yeah.
It sounds like you're in the mess hall. What's happening?
All right.
Wild.
So where in the map are you
yes. We're moving towards the ship
going? Okay.
right now, just towards it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you move towards the ship, you don't see anything, but as you enter in the into the green haze that is kind of covering this entire area, you feel this the bitter taste of some sort of toxic liquid gas goes inside of your body, and you feel that you would normally be poisoned by this, but you are not. Dick move. No, so yes, you do feel like you all have probably been poisoned at least once in your lives, so you kind of feel that same sensation, but then it dissipates immediately. So the hero's feast is protecting you dramatically. So where are you going at the end of your turns?
I think were we flying to the mast, or
Yeah,
something?
that's fine.
Like at the base of the mast?
I was suggesting we were sort of flying up to like see if we can overview.
Got
But-
it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you fly up to the mast. You look around. You don't see anything. Swim up to the mast. We keep saying flying.
Yeah.
Swim up to the mast.
I know. I'm using my wings, so it feels like flying.
I'm not.
But you, yeah, no, you're not using.
Oh
What was it?
yeah. I
Creepy
can fly,
vampire
but
flight?
I don't think I know about it yet because we've been in water.
Me either.
We really need to push you both off a cliff. Okay, anyway.
Yeah. So we just kind of look around. I try to like hear really
Look
hard.
around. Everything you see is but water around you.
Man.
Towards
Sorry.
the bard.
I'm sorry. I'm
A
sorry.
barbarian.
It was good. It was good. Yeah, I try to hear for other movement.
Okay, nothing. It's quiet. It's ominous. It's very quiet. You know, you hear like just the current and the waves, and yeah, nothing is affecting you. You all, oh, you can't see him. Never mind. But you all do see the ship from the three of you where you guys are. It's very clear where you are, because like where the camera is kind of where you are. You know, about 20 feet off the water. And you swam up a little bit to get to the mast to kind of get a good hiding spot and vantage point. You don't see anything living. No crawly creatures, swimming creatures, people, nothing.
Should we swim down now? See, land on the ship?
So from where we are, we can't see the other side of the ship?
I mean, I could say you could walk up and down, like, you can walk up and down the mast, the thing that actually holds
Right.
the sails, and you don't see anything from where you are.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you think we should look inside the ship?
I don't know if we should go in, but it does look like there's a view
We
below
can-
deck in the holds, right? Like, see right there, down the mast.
Yeah. I think we should at least take a peek.
Okay.
Okay. Can you all do... So just you're going to the grates, and you guys are going to make a perception check.
Yes.
Let's see if it actually... Oh, of course it doesn't. Sticky tack. The angle's too dramatic.
Oh, so dramatic.
Alright,
25.
25.
40 for Tallulah, or...
We got 26.
Oh.
26. So as you both land on the deck, and you kind of peek in, the second that your feet touch the actual deck, you see probably about a dozen specters and ghosts kind of start to float around the space. They're not necessarily attracted to you right now. They are kind of just floating. But the second that you make contact with the ship, these ghosts seem to appear. And they're kind of scattered all around. There are some on the deck. You look inside, you do see a couple inside of the actual hull of the deck, walking around. They look like they're normal sailors, and the clothes are tattered, and you can see that their bodies are slightly decayed or whatever, and they're kind of walking around like they're working.
Cerise squeezes Tallulah's hand.
And I squeeze right back, but I stay silent. I like lift myself back up off the ship.
Okay.
I follow suit.
As you do that, the ghosts are still there.
Okay. I just sort of like swim back upward and I like tug
Yep.
Cerise
Following.
in that direction.
Okay.
We're of a like mind.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you swim up a little bit higher. Jadobi and Denahi, make a perception check for me.
7.
7.
28 total.
28. You guys haven't seen anything. You know that they went out there and they were invisible. It looks exactly the same this entire time. You haven't seen anything move or anything alive for 5-10 minutes as they're swimming around looking for things.
Cool. They're keeping in contact through the ear cuffs, so we're not worried.
Are they? 'Cause
We're
they
well,
have-
we're just quiet now.
We have been silent
yeah, they're,
Oh!
5 minutes or so.
I know you guys
Well-
you keep saying that it's open communication, but it is not. You have to activate it and say like you're talking
Yeah.
to somebody. It's not like
Yeah.
a two-way
Plus,
radio.
we were not doing
Plus,
that.
when we touched on that ship, we stopped talking. We stopped.
Yeah.
To each other, to everything. So.
I will now activate the cuff. Tap, tap, tap. Are you guys alright?
Tap tap tap.
It's quite quiet. How are we doing?
I keep swimming. About how far away from specters would you say?
They're still on the ship. You guys are 20 feet up the mast maybe.
I keep swimming.
Yeah, I think let's start like swimming away from the ship and back towards
Yeah,
them.
towards where we're swimming towards
We got
our
Dory over
team.
here. Just
Yeah.
keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Just keep swimming.
Hello. I'm kind of nervous. Can you say something, please? Do you hear me?
Okay, I think when we're like 50 feet away,
Hello?
Cerise whispers something.
Something? What is something?
They're trying to be stealthy, Jadobi. Quiet.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're good. All right, keep doing your thing.
Oh,
But nothing
sorry.
happens, I assume.
Nothing happens as in
when I say something.
They don't. You talking about the ghosts? They don't pay attention to you at all.
Great.
Okay, we're swimming. We're just swimming back.
Yep.
Okay, so you swim back.
We're back.
You can.
Concentration up to an hour. I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
may as well keep it up for now.
Yeah, I'll keep it up for now. I go to touch Jadobi on the shoulder, and I say, "We're back."
Cerise.
So, Jadobi, you feel a hand out of nowhere touch your shoulder, and
I forgot they were invisible.
He freaks out.
And I like flail and swim
He
back.
screams like a little girl.
you see a couple bubbles come out.
Does he swim out of range?
Jadobi,
Really?
if you're gonna be, the savior of everybody, you might want to be a little more strong-hearted.
Oh, shut up.
Got
All right,
him.
so what? You two. So what do we see? What's going on?
Okay.
Do
when
you
we
not?
landed
When I look back at the ship, do I still see the ghosts?
You two do, yeah.
Okay.
the ghost showed up as soon as we landed on the ship.
Do you see them?
Yeah, the ghosts. They're all like, they look like they man a crew. They didn't really pay any attention to us though. I wasn't sure if it was invisible, if we were cause invisible, or
Can't do anything right since because pickles.
Okay.
Yes, we were very quiet on the ship, and they couldn't see us. But as soon as we touched the ship, we saw ghosts. The crew, the ghosts of the crew.
Yeah.
They weren't hostile. They weren't really doing anything.
I mean, they're right there.
They're right. They're still there. I can still see them.
Yeah, we can still see them.
It must be a
Okay.
connection with the ship. I will have to touch the ship to see them then. Okay. Well,
Maybe.
they didn't seem to be protecting anything. It was just.
That's all you saw? Those two
They were,
ghosts?
they just looked like they were going about their business, right? They're just sort of milling around. DM?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. How far did you go?
We just looked into the grates.
Yeah, we touched down onto in front of the mast, the big mast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We looked around. I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything. Just ghosts.
DM, so I'm thinking back. They said that they often saw a Zuko here.
Mm-hmm.
Something is here. Something is here. He wouldn't just be here to be here. Do I have any clue of like where to look or what he was here for, or
No, I mean, your experience and knowledge would say that, sometimes they're hidden and sometimes they're placed in like an altar.
placed on an altar?
So, I mean, it might be inside. This crew could be tasked with guarding it.
Protecting it. You're right. Okay, I'm gonna look to both Tallulah and Torque.
Okay.
All right, you two.
Tallulah's still invisible.
I'm gonna look at Torque. So Torque, you and Tallulah, I feel, would have more of an understanding of ships in general, perhaps. I'm shooting in the dark here. Do you have any idea where someone will want to protect something in a ship?
Probably captain's quarters. Considering if they're the captain. If not, it could be anywhere.
Why did it take me like 5 minutes to figure out that he was frozen? Okay. Oh, poor guy. All right. Well,
Because it could be, again, like, he could keep it in the captain's quarters. He could keep it as far down low in the ship as possible if he's thinking that it's going to be protected like it is. Or, it could just be somewhere special. You're not sure. Every ship is different.
every ship is different, and I take like this huge gasp of water, and I'm gonna reach into my pack, and I'm gonna pull out the gem of seeing. I'm gonna say the activation word. I'm gonna look through the gem at the ship.
Okay.
With my true
As
sight.
you do that, you see about a dozen to 24 ghosts walking around the ship.
Holy hell!
Yeah.
Do I see anything else, like maybe like a pulse within the ship, or any kind of aura besides the gas? Anything?
Nope.
I see them.
How many are there?
Over a dozen. And they look exactly as you said. I think with this gem of seeing, it gives me true sight. If I can get on that ship, I feel like I could find. If there is a phylactery in that ship, I feel like I'd be able to find it with this. Tallulah, you okay?
Well, yeah, I'm just thinking. I'm. I can
Yeah.
make one more person invisible for 1 more hour.
Okay.
Or we charge in, we kill them all again, because they're already dead, and we just, search the ship.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose we don't know they'll attack us, but it does
We-
feel inevitable, doesn't it?
It does.
We could talk to them.
Do you think?
Denahi would be the best person for that.
She will?
She's inept with talking to the dead.
I can do that, yes.
That makes sense.
So I have an idea. How about this? Because I'm just trying to think ahead of the game here. It's easy to get in, and it's easy to try to make contact and talk to these people. But once we do, we don't know what's going to happen, and we don't want to be, ambushed with two people on the outside. So how about you?
I mean, I think we all should go. If we're
Yes.
gonna go, we all
Yes.
should go.
I agree. So I'm thinking maybe you can use your invisibility for Torque, since I feel like he may need it more than I, and me and Denahi will still be in my shroud of veiling. That's what we have.
Well, Cerise and I don't have. We probably have, what, 40 minutes left? 35 minutes?
That's more than enough. We'll be quick.
Yeah. Also, can you cast invisibility on you and yourself?
I
No,
think-
it's a concentration,
Right.
so only one of us would be.
Right.
Oh,
Yes.
But I mean,
It's not a spell.
So question, Tallulah, how high would you say your stealth skills are?
I'm relatively stealthy.
Okay.
I can try to suggest these ghosts to do something or go somewhere else while we search the ship.
that could be
That's
useful.
true.
We can definitely try that, although I feel like since they're just spectral and they don't really have a brain, that might not work, but we can definitely try.
They could be linked to a curse, but I don't know if that'll give up our position.
Make a intelligence or history check, Denahi. Especially because with your
Both of them are terrible, so.
Well, no, I give her guidance.
Okay.
Roll a d4 and add it to it. That's what I got.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know that ghosts are immune to a lot of different conditions. I'm not sure what the condition for my suggestion is. Is that a charmed effect?
I'm looking.
I guess I could look too.
So yeah, I'm thinking that Cerise and Torque stay invisibled. I don't know the best way to say that. And the three of us could stealth in under my shroud of cover. And then once we get in, we can have Denahi, preferably still in the cover of this darkness, to speak to them and see how they react.
Only creatures that can hear understand me.
Yeah, creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. So ghosts would not work.
Can't be charmed.
I have no brain.
Interesting. God.
And then if they swarm
Quite
us, then
take
we'll,
on.
if they swarm us, then we just take them out again, as you said.
Yes.
With vacuums.
Was that?
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And I would like to say also, I'm feeling so much. I'm feeling so positive today that I feel like my gifts of healing and positive action can really.
You can kill them with positive energy.
Well, I can keep us alive, is what I'm saying. I can keep us alive. I have
The
many
most
things.
druid thing I've ever heard.
Well, you also know that we have been preparing a lot to deal with undead.
So true. I don't know how many more specters there are, but I'm just saying. I have your back. I have all of your backs.
Who you gonna call?
Lightbringer!
And I'm gonna keep us under a shroud while Torque and Torque and Cerise are invisible, and we're gonna go and stealth in.
Okay, so what's the order?
Most likely, it's going to be.
I'll hang in the back.
I'll probably go towards the front.
I feel like Torque should be in front, and you guys are invisible. Side by side, buddy.
Okay.
And then we're behind them in the shroud of
Okay,
cover.
so I'm casting my invisibility,
On
or
Torque.
so is Cerise's a spell slot as well, or
I have a ring,
She has a ring of it.
so I can only do it on myself.
I see.
You
Okay.
can also do it with your new item too, by the way.
Oh, that's true, but I can only concentrate on one thing at a time.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I
'cause
guess I could cast
it uses my only. I only have 2 of these spell slots.
Well, then you could maintain that, and I can switch to.
No, it's fine. I probably won't use the spell anyway, but that's fine. I'll just use it. I cast it on Torque, and I concentrate. So I become uninvisible, and Torque becomes invisible.
Okay.
And we're going to begin to swim towards the ship.
Okay. So where do you guys want to go? Tell me like whereabouts.
We're gonna. I want to go like on the deck and just start making my way into the ship. Unless there's like an open like wreckage in the ship somewhere that I can swim into.
There's holes on the side, but the captain's quarters there's no holes. It looks like it's pretty intact. So you'd have to go through the door on the main deck.
That's what we're gonna do.
Okay. So like right about here is good for you.
Yes.
Okay. And what about everybody else? Where's everybody else going?
Yep. I'm sort of around there somewhere. Yep.
So is everybody going on the deck? Just so I'm understanding.
I'll stay down on the ground.
Okay.
Denahi, just stay within.
Actually, I guess I'd probably hover above, because I can.
So
If you don't touch it, you would be aware that if you don't touch it, you can't see them.
so Jadobi, even though you're touching the deck, you still don't see any ghosts. Torque sees ghosts, and Torque's invisible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Torque and
Yeah.
Cerise see ghosts.
I don't see the ghost anymore?
Nope.
After I turn invisible?
Yep.
Uninvisible?
Yep.
I assume you share that.
Yeah, that would have been shared.
Where's Torque going?
On the deck with me by the captain's door.
Okay.
Do I have any idea what type of magic, or like why that would be the case?
I mean, you don't have a lot of experience with D10 inspiration to Torque and Deny, by the way. You don't have a lot of experience with undead, but my interpretation of invisibility is that invisible creatures can see other invisible creatures. Like, you don't actually become invisible. It's like Frodo in the Ring. That's the best way to explain it. That other creatures, so you're seeing, when you're invisible, you're seeing the creatures in the ethereal plane, or
So
what
then-
have you.
So would we have seen each
then
other?
They would have seen us.
I mean, you don't know that they didn't see you. They just kept doing about their business.
Would
That's what I
Tallulah
mean.
and I have seen each other though?
Say again?
Would Tallulah and I have seen each other when
Yes.
we were?
Correct.
Oh.
Well, we held hands anyway. That's
Yeah,
canon.
I bet it was nice.
I'm sure it was. However, so you all are on the deck. Jadobi, you were under the impression that once you put your feet on the deck that you can see the ghosts. It didn't happen. You don't see any ghosts. Are you reacting to that?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
And besides, I can see them with the gem of sync anyway.
So you're pulling the gem out to look around?
I never put it back. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So as you get to the captain's quarters, the doors are closed and they are locked. Tallulah, however, so when you do land on the deck, thinking that you can see the ghosts, you do not see ghosts.
I definitely do like a really really quick head swivel.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't say anything.
Okay. So as you are sitting there and standing there, and nothing seems to happen, the Jadobi with the gem, Torque, and Cerise, you see the ghosts. They don't pay anybody any attention. A couple even walk right by Jadobi and Torque with kind of ignoring that you even exist. What do you guys want to do?
I will. I'm gonna see if the door is trapped and locked.
Okay.
It's
Do an investigation check.
16.
16. Okay. Door's not trapped or locked.
I open it slowly and quietly.
Okay. As you go to open the door, can you, Cerise, and Tallulah make a wisdom saving throw?
wisdom. Oh, 16.
16.
31.
31.
13.
13. Jadobi, you feel like this wave of energy kind of pass through you as you open the door, like just like this just force kind of pushes through you. Tallulah, you feel the same thing, and you kind of you hear this voice, and Cerise the same thing. You hear this voice in like the back of your head, and you both kind of do this surge motion. You no longer have controls of your bodies. Can everyone please roll initiative?
We don't. Oh.
So,
We were so careful.
okay, wait. Knowing that there is a a reaction spell that tries to prevent this sort of thing.
But you have to see it coming, do you not?
That's a good question. Where is that? Mental barrier. You protect your mind with a wall of looping repetitive thought.
20
yeah,
and
I
above?
suppose I have to act when you take one reaction which you take when you are forced to make an intelligence, a wisdom, or charisma saving throw. I should have asked as soon as you said that, but I was like, what could it be? Nah, I'll live with it.
Okay.
I'll take my
20 and above? Nobody? My mouse just stopped working. Sorry. I'm gonna roll for Torque. Oh my god, natural 20.
21.
Shut up.
21.
You get a 21?
Yep.
Okay. Torque. Initiatives. So Torque's got 24. Jadobi 21.
I have 19.
19. Anyone else above 19? No? Okay. Cerise, what'd you get?
9.
9. Denahi?
15.
Denahi and Cerise. Okay. So as Jadobi,
I'm sorry. Quick thing. I'm sorry.
Yes.
This must be said. On their wisdom saves that they just did, they have advantage because of the hero's feast.
Oh.
So they can roll one more time. Good luck.
Okay.
Oh.
Good call.
That did not save me this time, but
Nope,
I
did
appreciate
not.
it.
Yep.
Oh, well, it's good to know though.
That is good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I assume we'll get to save again.
So, Jadobi, as you open the door, this gust of wind hits your chest, and this energy just kind of leaves this doorway. As you look in front of you, you do see the captain's desk, and you do see what looks to be some sort of container that is open. This force of energy pushes through the doorway. Torque gets ready and is kind of initially just kind of engaged and ready to go. Cerise and Tallulah, that nobody knows yet, have lost kind of function of their body, and that's where we are going to call it.
Was
for
this
tonight.
was that that's not a frightened thing?
No,
right?
you're not being frightened. You are possessed.
Oh, fuck me.
Everyone except me.
So that's what we're going to call it for tonight. So thank you all for sticking with us through the technical difficulties in the morning. In the beginning of this
In the
morning in the game, I guess.
How long have we been playing?
Don't forget to catch us on Monday for the next chapter of the Origins of Ukodor at 5:30.
Origins of Ukodor.
And come back next week to see what happens here for the next chapter of the Realms of Ukodor.
Realms of Ukodor.
Have a great night. Thank you all for the support, and we will see you all next week.
Night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.